What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I'm gonna be taking you through part 2 of my top favorite quad building exercises. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay guys, exercise number 1, don't hate me, because don't worry, I also don't like this one too, but it's a must for a quad building exercise. We're gonna be doing barbell squats. So in my part 1 of this video, remember I did barbell front squats? Well, barbell squats, just regular barbell back squats, also fall under a very amazing quad building exercise. And especially if you find that you're more of a quad dominant person to begin with, this is such a good movement for building strong, athletic looking quads, superhero quads. But before we jump into this, we're gonna be doing some warm up, all right? Because you don't wanna just jump into barbell squats without warming up. I'm gonna take you through a few of my favorite warm up exercises before jumping into squats. We're gonna start with low lateral lunges. This is one of my favorites. You know why? Because when you go side to side like this, not only are you getting that inner thigh stretch right here, but you're also kind of leaning your weight into your knee, which leans your weight into your ankle. And when you're doing any sort of squatting movement, if you find that your ankle mobility is really bad when you're squatting down, or you find that you're butt winking, or you find that your heels lift off the ground when you squat, you really need to focus on your ankle flexion and your ankle mobility to help with that issue. Because when you have really flexible, strong ankles, you're able to hit a deeper range of motion without butt winking and without lifting your heels off the ground. So I find that exercise, that warm-up exercise, very, very nice. Even if you're not doing legs, guys, I feel like this is a great thing to kind of just implement every day. If you could do a few reps of this while you're at home and you're just hanging out by yourself and you're you know what, I'm just gonna warm up right now. It's a good way to kind of help with your ankle mobility and your squatting motion. So I kind of go side to side like this. Again, lean your chest, lean your body weight into your knee so that you feel that full stretch in your ankle here. And then when you lean into the other leg, each leg, you should feel that full stretch here in your inner thighs. It really opens up your hips. It's really nice. Now we're gonna go into deep squat to extension, another one of my favorites before doing any sort of leg day, specifically squats. If there are squats in my leg day, you best believe I'm gonna be doing these types of mobility exercises. Okay, so deep squat to extension, you're gonna hold your ankles or the front of your shoes or whatever, just your shins here, and you're gonna go down like this, keeping a really neutral spine the entire time. This is gonna help with your range of motion on your squat and again, your ankle mobility, flexibility. And of course, when you go into that extension here, it's going to stretch out your hamstrings. Just an overall great warm-up for any sort of lower body movements that you'll be doing in your lower body workout or in a full body workout, or even just a HIIT session, a high intensity interval training session. You want to really warm up properly. You don't want to pull a hammy, you know? Okay, and last one, you can do this little warm-up for about, I don't know, 1 to 2 rounds. For me, sometimes I do 1 round, depends how I'm feeling. Sometimes I do 2 rounds, depends how I'm feeling. So I'm very honest with you guys, I hate warming up for anything. So 1 round for me is a big accomplishment. So usually I do 1 round, but we're gonna be doing alternating forward lunges now, and this is very fitting because we are also doing a quad focused workout right now. So these alternating forward lunges are going to, again, just overall prep your lower body and the motions you're gonna be doing during your lower body workout. And because it's a forward lunge, it's even better because it's a quad focused exercise. Okay, I feel nice and warmed up. Let's hit these barbell squats. So typically pyramid set. So 4 sets, 12 reps warm up with just the barbell, 10 reps, add weight, 8 reps, add weight, 6 reps, add weight, equaling 4. So 4 sets of 12, 10, 8, 6. I love doing pyramid sets for building strength and hypertrophy. So I just love pyramid sets, guys. Honestly, I gotta do an updated workout split because I just love pyramids. Let's run through the form on barbell squats. So you guys saw, if you wanna go to my part 1 of my superhero quads, you saw the form breakdown on my front squats. Now with barbell back squats, this is not only a great quad building exercise, which is the focus of today's video, but this is an overall great lower body strength and hypertrophy movement for quads, glutes, and hams. It's just an overall great movement that, although we don't like it, well, I'm speaking for myself here, I don't like it, you won't see me neglect it in my lower body workouts. Do I hit it twice a week? No. But do I hit it at least once a week? Yes. It's not my favorite thing, but I still incorporate it. So just because you don't like certain exercises doesn't mean it's gives you a pass to be oh, I'm just gonna skip it every single time. I feel like every exercise is a beneficial exercise. You know what I mean? Well, within context, not every exercise, but all the staple bodybuilding exercises are there for a reason, and they're staples for a reason. So with barbell squats, you want to set up the thingy that holds the bar about like upper chest height. So whatever your upper chest, that's where you want it, so that when you go underneath and you unrack it, you safely unrack it without it like, so if it was too high, you would be hitting this. Like see, I'd be hitting this if it was too high, but because it's upper chest height, I can just unrack it like this safely and step back. Okay, so once you step back, you're gonna drive through your heels. Regardless if this is an amazing quad building exercises, with lower body movements, you drive through your heels, guys. Don't drive through your toes unless you're literally adding a plate underneath, and then like it would make it more quad focused and you're kind of driving more through your toes. But this one, drive through your heels. Make sure your feet are flat, planted on the ground, okay? You're gonna dip low like this, keeping a neutral spine, neutral neck, looking about directly in front of you, and then coming up. Slow and controlled on the way down, and then drive up. And with the barbell, some people are confused. They're like, do I hold it like up high? Do I hold it low? So there's like a high bar squat and a low bar squat. It just depends like basically on your like shoulder mobility and also just your preference. So I find that I like high bar squats way better than low bar squats. So a high bar squat is just how exactly I was holding it, which was right up here. Okay, that's a high bar squat. You see it's kind of like resting like higher up on my traps versus a low bar squat. You see how I just rolled it down? That's like a much lower on my traps. And some people prefer that, but I prefer high bar squat. Just depends. Doesn't make it wrong or right. Do what's comfortable for you. Tip for barbell squats, guys, to make it more quad focused, especially if you find that you're a glute dominant person. See, I'm not. I'm a quad dominant person. So regardless, this exercise, boom, my quads are gonna blow up. But if you're like glute dominant and you're like, oh, like, you know, barbell squats for me, like I feel it more in my glutes than my quads, which like lucky you. But if you wanna feel it more in your quads, go deeper. So a deeper range of motion equals more quads on barbell squats. Shorter range of motion is gonna be more glutes and hams. Just because that shorter range of motion, you notice how you feel all that tension right there in your glutes and hams, and then you can drive up. That's like all glutes and hams right there. I barely felt that in my quads, but the lower you go, that lower when you're like going, excuse my language, ass to grass, all right? That ass to grass, you're requiring now all that power from your quads to get you all the way back up, making it more of a quad focus movement. So you wanna make barbell squats more quad focus, go lower. Now, if you're like, I can't go that low because I feel like my heels lift off the ground and I feel like I butt wing. Here's the solution to that, guys. Warming up in proper mobility like we just did, and wait, let me show you. Thing one and thing two. Or you can get a thing one big plate. But basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a plate under your heels. Get a thicker plate if you need to, but this is gonna help you with that issue of like lifting your heels off the ground and also like butt winking. So it'll help you not only get that full deep range of motion to help it become more of a quad focused barbell squat, but it's also gonna help with those issues that you're experiencing with heels lifting off the ground or your lower back curving at the bottom of the squat. So you can go like this, getting that full ROM and then driving up with your quads. Okay, so that extra deep range of motion going all the way ass to grass and then driving up is gonna be more of a quad focused barbell squat. So go deeper if you find that you're not feeling it in your quads or you're not getting the benefit of a barbell squat to grow your quads. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you a set with heels elevated off the ground with a plate underneath your heels for all my girls and guys that struggle with that depth and all those issues that I was talking about earlier. Okay. One of my favorite quad building exercises, the pendulum squat. Now, if we don't have this in your gym or in our regular commercial gyms, because some of my gyms that I go to don't have this beautiful, gorgeous, amazing machine, and it does suck. But if you do happen to come across a pendulum squat, this makes it on the top list for one of my favorite quad building exercises. It is insane. So a pendulum is this guy here, quite intimidating looking, but yeah, just everything about it. The way you kind of like dip in like this diagonally, you can have like a closer stance, the range of motion, like just that extra deep range of motion makes it, again, more quad focused, similar to that really deep barbell squat that we were talking about. It's almost like the equivalent of adding the plate under your heels and going like full ass to grass on a barbell squat. This is so good. Like I feel all this in my quads, barely in my glutes, which is awesome if you're really just trying to like do a quad focused leg day. This is such a good machine. So we're gonna run through it. Honestly, it's pretty standard, the form. I just do a closer stance on it. If you want it to be a little bit more glute focused, just like make your stance a little bit more shoulder width apart, feet slightly pointed outwards like this. But with the pendulum, because I'm like solely using this for a quad focused movement in my like leg days, I like go like full narrow stance, feet pointing parallel. Okay, before we jump into pendulum though, I wanted to show you guys my outfit of the day. It is the new soft motion sculpt, soft motion sculpt. It's the soft motion sculpt. It's one of the new collections that Gymshark has just dropped, and it is honestly insane. If you guys love the everyday seamless collection, this is like a thicker, less like see-through version of it, and it's honestly such a beautiful legging for like not only like working out but also lounge. I find it completely squat proof. Here, I'll squat test. That is completely squat proof. Like what? It's amazing. I literally love it so much. And it's like super stretchy, super skin-like. The waistband is also like a double tiered waistband as well. So like this is like a one, almost like a one layer, and this feels like a double layer. It's like nice and thick. It holds you in really well. And yeah, and there's no scrunch. So if you don't like uncomfortable scrunches, it's just like a line, but it's like a soft line, and no seams in the front either. And minimal branding, all that stuff. Like, you know, just a very like clean girl aesthetic new collection. And I really do love it. It's honestly great. And the tank tops that come with it too are really amazing as well. This is a size extra small. This will be live on April 3rd. I think this video is gonna go up before April 3rd. So you know the drill. Use code MDJ10 to save 10% off all your Gymshark orders and the new stuff that's dropping then. Also, the new Apex is dropping March 27th. So if there's still stock in that by the time this video goes up, use code MDJ10. Also, I'm wearing the minimal bra in like this like tan beige color, which I love. It matches so well with the new soft sculpt. So yes, this is the outfit of the day. You guys know minimal bra is like my favorite bras on the Gymshark site. And this is the outfit. Okay, with a pendulum, guys, you're gonna get in like this safely, kind of like secure your shoulders on here. And then I kind of set my foot placement before I push up, especially if you have a lot of weight loaded. Make sure you kind of already have your foot stance ready so that you're not having to shuffle once you like hoist the weight up. And then I push up like this, you pull down like this, and then you go down like this. And you see that like full ROM, guys? That's like all quads, honestly. This is so amazing. Slow and controlled on the way down, and then power up. Slow and controlled on the way down, power up. The narrower your stance, the more parallel your feet will be, the more quad focused it's gonna be. That was no weight. That was literally like warm up. Crazy, like so crazy. Like I feel it all in my quads, it's amazing. So for the pendulum squat, I typically do anywhere from 4 sets of 8 reps or 4 sets of 10 reps, depending how I'm feeling. Exercise number 3, guys, is going to be, again, a well-hated one in the industry, but it's amazing. Can't skip them, never skip them. Bulgarian split squats. What makes it more quad focused and amazing is, no, I love the glute focused version the best. You guys know me, I love my glute focused workouts. If you know MDJ, you know MDJ is like all about glute focused everything. But again, doesn't mean I ignore my quads or I don't have my quad focused moments in my leg days. My leg days are very well rounded to begin with. If you guys know this and you're on my build programs, you know that. But when you wanna make a Bulgarian split squat more quad focused, foot stance closer to the bench, and elevator motion. We've gone over this so many times, so I'm really proud of you if you remember all those cues. We are going to be doing elevator motion up and down, torso completely straight up and down, and foot stance closer to the bench. If it was glute focused, what would we be doing? Foot stance further away from the bench, torso lean forward, and then diagonal escalator motion. So what we're gonna do is a drop set, which is what I would typically do if I was programming this in my lower body days. So it's gonna be 4 sets of a drop set. So 10 reps weighted, drop the weight, right into 10 reps body weight. Killer quad movement. Or if you're doing the glute focus one, killer glute focus movement. Foot stance closer. My torso is gonna be completely upright, 90 degrees, and we're gonna go up and down elevator to make it more quad focused. And then we're gonna drop the weight. Once you do your 10 reps, right into 10 reps body weight. Up, down, escalator, guys. Think escalator, foot closer to the bench. You should be feeling this majority in your quads. Last exercise of today's ultimate quad building monstrosity top exercise list, part 2 version, is going to be walking lunges. Okay, so I usually do these as like a burnout normally when I'm like adding them into my leg day. So anywhere from like 3 to 4 sets, usually 3 sets, because when I'm doing it as a burner, I'm already cooked with the other exercise I've done before. So 3 sets will be sufficient enough. And I do it higher volume. So I'm doing like 24 reps. But if you kind of break it down, 24 reps there and back is 12 reps per leg, right? Like, cause the 24 reps is alternating. So it equates to 12 reps per leg. So 3 sets of 24 reps of walking lunges to burn out the quads. Quad extensions, I know you guys are probably like, are we gonna do quad extensions? That was in part 1. So go to part 1 if you wanna see the part 1 list of my top fave quad exercises. But yeah, we're gonna do walking lunges today. Okay, what makes walking lunges more of a quad focused movement? I will show this way. First of all, forward lunges are already more of a quad focused movement versus a reverse lunge is more of a glute focused movement. So anytime I'm doing like glute focused days, I'm doing reverse lunges versus if I want to target more of my quads, I'm doing like any sort of like forward motion lunges or like walking lunges. So you're already kind of getting that benefit of it being a quad focused movement right off the bat. It's a forward lunge. Now to make it even more quad focused and really feel it in your quads, you're going to do narrow stances. Like think like when you're hitting quads, like narrow, everything's narrow, like leg press, narrow, pendulum squat, narrow, barbell squat, narrow, more narrow stance, lunges, more narrow stance, Bulgarian split squats, you're closer to the bench, making it more like narrow. Everything narrow. But like glute focus, you're thinking like a little bit wider, more like shoulder width apart type stances. Like in your squats, in your like stance away from the bench, like wider or more shoulder width apart type stances when you think glute focused. So with walking lunges, it's gonna be like narrow steps. Your body weight, although you are gonna still drive through your heels just naturally, you can shift your body weight more into the front of your toes to feel it more in your quads. So when I step forward, I kind of shift my body weight more into my toes so that when I'm driving up, it's going up the front of my like shins into my quads more so than if I'm driving completely through my heels or shifting my body weight into my heels, it would be going like directly up my hamstrings right into my glutes. So I'm kind of making that conscious effort when I step forward, narrow stance, to kind of like drive more through my front of my toes. Let's run through it. This is amazing. If these exercises don't build monstrosity comic book character quads, I don't know what will. Again, guys, more quad focus, keep your torso 90 degrees upright. Don't lean it as forward as if it were to be like a glute focus movement. Upright torso, shorter steps, narrower steps. All right, guys, that concludes today's part 2 of my top favorite quad building exercises. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one.